tonight.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. And the Giants ready to go now on offense, and under center is the man in possession of a new contract for 2023 and beyond. In his 5th season now, Daniel Jones.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing, Jones. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. 7 yards there and a first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now Jones. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They got to figure this out. They got to figure him out. 4 sacks last week. Now 1 in the first quarter. What do?
Well, great pass rushers usually have a go-to move, but the best pass rushers, they have counters to their go-to move. So they'll show you that. Then when you adjust, they counter it and still get to the quarterback. And you don't pile up that many sacks. What do you have, 4 in the game last week? Without having some go-to moves with counters.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. To throw on 3rd down, Jones. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 17 carries, 58 yards.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert, and he's going to have a Niners first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. Samuel in motion. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Niners at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
3rd and 8. Purdy now to throw off the play action. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 37. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Down at the 35, it'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Giants much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 10 more there and another first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Purdy. Hauled in left side here by Jennings. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Purdy now to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
But I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Arik Armstead. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
The lengthy Armstead made a great play there, and he's making up for lost time after he battled injury last season. Getting him back makes an elite group of pass rushers downright scary.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Left side, he's got Robinson. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nick Bosa able to drop in that time for his second sack of the evening.
Well, that's 2 sacks in this game, so add that to the 4 from last week. I think that's 6.
Good math. Excellent math. And look, he's going to get all the attention he deserves it. He got home and got the quarterback on the ground. But that's a concentrated team effort because you have a lot of guys who occupy blockers to allow him access to rush the passer.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing here, Purdy. He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. His first catch good for 8 and a 1st down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. Hitting Samuel on the slant. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Shotgun now with Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. Little out route here, complete to Shepard. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Jones. And his throw here is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you wonder if they'll just take this 3-0 lead to the locker room. And this is caught. Jennings. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Second down, here's Purdy to throw. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over here up near the 40.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 45 on second down, Jones. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to our Tiburon Studios here in Orlando. We'll take a minute and look ahead at what's to come this weekend in week number 3. In the early window, lots of good matchups to choose.
A no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. Just 1 field goal and a tightly played first half as we resume action here in quarter number 3. And able to get this out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
In motion left goes a tight end. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps a deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. In motion, Slayton. Jones looking to throw on 2nd down. Open target here, Darius Slayton. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got this complete to Robinson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. To throw again. Jones. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as he'll be brought down at the 27. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Purdy to throw it on first down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
He's checking.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal. Mostert is in. Touchdown 49ers.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Operating from the gun, Jones. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Operating from the gun, Jones to Barkley on the check down. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones looking for Gray, and he's got him. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. Here's Jones. And he is caught. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 37. Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 22-yard line. To throw is Jones. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. Now 2nd and 4. Jones. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Here we go, 1st and goal. Now Jones over the middle, caught by Bellinger. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Jones. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. What an outstanding drive right there. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review. So they had it right. Now Jones. Forced out to his left. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
So Purdy and the Niners down by a field goal. A little over 20 seconds to go. Purdy to throw. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Purdy to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Now Purdy. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to